Vietnam proves itself as fantastic destination for wildlife and bird photographers. With 24 species of unique monkeys and location with bird hides, it is indeed wildlife photographers' dream spot. This is an itinerary for 10-day Vietnam bird and wildlife photography tour. Welcome to another episode of Pali Planet, a channel for adventure travelers. We kick off our tour by visiting Cat Tien National Park, a lowland forest area located 150 kilometers away from Ho Chi Minh City. Meet the noisy fellow, the yellow-cheeked gibbon, most famous resident of Cat Tien National Park. The males are pitch black while the females sport a golden yellow hue. They are on the endangered list with fewer than 1,000 remaining in the wild. This shelter home provides refuge for gibbons who can't cope up with the wild. But fear not, the inmate seems quite content with regular visits from friends and relatives. Another rare monkey you will be keen to spot here is the Black-shanked Douc, one of the many colorful langurs seen in Vietnam. It is another endangered species with a population of less than 400. Around 500 bird species call this park home, and for wildlife photographers, the hides within the park offer a great opportunity to shoot species are hard to find otherwise. Vietnam is renowned for the highly sought after bird family, the Pitta, also known as jewels of the forest. And this one was our first, the highly colorful Bar-bellied Pitta, probably the most handsome one in Vietnam. This is a female, sadly a bit dull in colors. The most elusive of them all is the eared Pitta, rarely seen in Tonkin, the northern part of Vietnam. We managed to photograph 62 bird species in just 3 days here. November to March is probably the best time to explore Vietnam for wildlife. Being a lowland area, you should expect rain and slightly humid weather during the season. Reasonably comfortable accommodations can be found within the park itself, where we spent 3 nights. Our next stop was Linh, a highland area with an average altitude of 3,000 feet. It took us more than 2 hours to navigate through the mountain roads and reach our destination. Linh is very popular among bird photographers and butterfly watchers, and it is also known for its pine forest and waterfalls. The blue pitta is a must-see bird for many bird lovers, and this is probably the best place in Vietnam to spot and photograph one. You can also almost count on spotting another pitta, the blue rum pitta in Delhi. Kilometer 17 and Nui Span Pass as traditionally known places for birdwatching among wildlife enthusiasts. We recommend spending 2 to 3 days here and ensuring that you are with a good bird guide who has access to hides and various birding locations here. Next, we travel to Dalat, a colonial French town that is now a bustling hill station with the tea plantation located about 5,000 feet above sea level. The city sprawls around this lake, and you must not miss a walk along the lake at night for a great experience. Rusty-necked Pitta was at the top of our list, and we managed to catch a glimpse of one for a few seconds. We spent 3 nights here, visiting hides and a couple of birding locations. Dalat isn't that small. It has an airport too. From here, we flew to Da Nang, a port city located in central Vietnam. The tall statue of Lady Buddha is the most well-known attraction in Da Nang, but we had a different mission. The city late in the evening and headed to Monkey Mountain early in the next morning. Our mission? Photograph the most handsome of all monkeys in Vietnam, the red-shanked Douc Langur. It is not difficult to spot this animal in Da Nang if you know where to look. Ask any taxi driver in town to take you to the forest behind the Intercontinental Resort on the mountain. There is a good chance you will see a troop or two there in the morning. Our last primate on the list was the rarest of all, the Delacour's langur. This endemic langur is highly endangered and with fewer than 3,000 left in the wild. At first glance, you might mistake these monkeys for wearing a white Bermuda. They live on the cliffs and surrounding forest of limestone hills at Wan Long, a remote location about 2-hour drive away. We missed them on the first day, but on the second day, despite the rainy weather, we managed to spot them on a distant cliff. A mission accomplished. We also visited Halong Bay on the way back to Hanoi. Though you may not find any interesting wildlife here, Halong Bay is a UNESCO heritage site and surely one of the places you must visit before you die. Our 10-day Vietnam wildlife tour was a grand success. We hope you will also embark on an expedition to this beautiful country in the near future. See you next time.